Our current world is full of uncertainty and fear. I literally can't go onto YouTube anymore without seeing some crazy breaking news about crypto or the government or something. It's just full of fear and uncertainty. So I think right now, more than ever, I need to just make this video. And this is kind of like this video that I've always had in my head, or like this presentation that I guess that I've always had in my head, and I always knew that I would make this video. So we're gonna get right into it. Entrepreneurs and professional people, my name is Vic Laranja. I am the founder of Social Gravity, and you have somehow stumbled upon my YouTube channel. Welcome, welcome. If you haven't yet, I would love if you hit that subscribe button. Definitely give this video a like and tell the YouTube algorithm that I make pretty good videos, and drop a comment and tell us what is your greatest fear. Fear. That's right, fear. What is it exactly, and how do you overcome it every single time? That's what we are going to discuss today. I'm going to be referencing a classic piece of literature, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I will specifically be referencing the last chapter in this book, The 6 Ghosts of Fear, and we will learn exactly what fear runs and drives your life, and how to dismantle it and, as he puts it, outwit the devil. The mind is a machine. It can run with or without your help, and you want to break down the mind into two entities, okay? You want to break down the mind into your ego and your soul. That's the most binary way to put it. Your ego is this greedy, self-centered, arrogant, delusional entity that just needs all the attention. It's never wrong. It just acts kind of ugly.
How much did I make yesterday, Charlotte?
Boy, if you don't stop yelling at me.
Now, your soul acts in kindness, and it wants what you want, and it wants the best for other people, and your soul says sorry. Your soul apologizes, and it means it. It's able to detach itself from the current situation, see what is the big picture, and really just flow with intuition. That is the soul in a nutshell.
Because you can change a few words in your outcome. It'll totally change where you end up and what you're going after in your life.
Positive emotions and positive reactions and positive thoughts are fueled by love and centered to the root of love, and the soul is driving that. Now, on the other hand, the ego is fueled by fear. All negative emotions are rooted to fear.
I'm going pro!
Oh, I don't know. You'll probably be about as good as I was. You'll excel at a lot of things, just not this. I don't want you out here shooting this ball around all day and night, all right? Hey. Don't ever let somebody tell you you can't do something. Not even me.
If you are angry, if you are sad, you are experiencing fear. And fear of what? Well, we will get into that. So the next section of this video is very important to self-reflect. This next section is all derived from Think and Grow Rich. I'm literally just going to recite what Napoleon Hill spent 25 years putting together in that text. Without further ado, let's get right into it. The 6 basic fears. So these 6 fears are listed in order of popularity. We're gonna start at the most popular, the most common, and that is the fear of poverty. Now, the fear of poverty is one, and probably the one, that I personally suffer with the most. And I think that anyone in this entrepreneurial space or professional space, someone who drives to be financially free and create freedom in their life, is potentially driven by the fear of being poor. The second is the fear of criticism. Now, this is judgment. People saying bad things about you to your face or behind your back. This is such a driving fear, and you see this in modern day society with Instagram and even here on YouTube, people just trying to be perfect. Like my lighting, like I try to make it perfect. I don't want people saying,
Vic, you got bad lighting.
and most of us actually don't act on what we want to do because we're fearful of what people will say and what people will think. And just being afraid of what people think, it's not even something that you really know is happening. I used to be really fearful of what people thought when I was way younger, but at this point in my life, I don't give a f. The third most popular fear is the fear of ill health. This one, I mean, right now, if you have a fear of ill health as your main fear, then I guarantee these are the people that are locking themselves in their house. They are going into public in hazmat suits. These are the people that are afraid of getting sick, of acquiring diseases. And it's very interesting, the studies that are done around this topic and the approaches that doctors use to mentally train their patients in order to beat diseases using their mind to destroy the disease. And the actual opposite thing happens when you have this fear. You create symptoms out of the magic and power of your mind. You create these symptoms. So the fear of ill health is super restrictive, and it's also very dangerous. Number 4, I think this one really hits home to me, and I'm sorry I keep bringing up what I think. I really want you to reflect on yourself during this part of the video and really decide which one or two of these fears is the fear that I have the most. For me, it's poverty, and I think it's also number 4, loss of love. Now, this is like people who are very dependent on other people, who will stick around in relationships when they're abusive and they should be leaving, but they're scared of losing love or a potential at love, and they are really more than anything scared of being alone at the very end of our journey here. These last two, they kind of go hand in hand. Number 5 is going to be the fear of old age. So running out of time, growing old, and just not having the health or the freedom or potentially even the money to do the things that you want to do. And like I said, number 6 is going to come in very close, and this is going to be the fear of death. Just plain and simple, dying in whichever way. It's really important to reflect on those 6 basic fears because those are going to be the root fears. Every single time that you feel angry, that you feel sad, that you feel regret, it is because you have a fear that's just sitting at the bottom, shooting out these negative emotions and reactions to every situation in your life. So what are yours? I can trace every single situation when I'm acting out, when I'm angry, when I'm anxious. It's something to do with money, and it's something to do with relationship. That's just who I am, and I understand that. And it's so important as we move into the next section of this video. It's so important to understand this, and really, you might have to dig. This is the truth about thinking. Your thoughts are not you. In fact, science has actually proven that a thought is a physical thing.
Yes, science!
It is a frequency. It vibrates at nearly 1 million hertz. let's put that in perspective. Music, and I know this because I'm a music producer. Music ranges anywhere from 0 hertz to 20,000 hertz. A thought is 1 million hertz. We can't hear that high, and that's why you can't hear other people's thoughts. But think about a time when you were with someone you were close to and you just felt what they were thinking. You just looked at your friend and you both knew. When you say someone, I vibe with them, you vibrate with them. Where do you think it comes from? This is science, damn it! Let's think of your subconscious mind as this huge data center. Because think about how much data you've taken in your whole life. Things you remember, things you said. All that information is stored in your subconscious mind. You just don't have access to it. All you have access to is your conscious mind. Me being in control of my body is me controlling my conscious being, my conscious mind. I don't have control of my subconscious mind, and it doesn't really speak my language. It only operates on algorithms. Basically, the algorithm is if you put a lot of the same type of data in my database, then I will prioritize it. So your subconscious mind understands exactly what you're afraid of because you're constantly afraid of it. Unless you make this connection and you start to dig and uncover it. But until you uncover it and build that language between your conscious and your subconscious mind, your subconscious mind will constantly be trying to bang down the walls and get this information towards your conscious because it wants you to survive from what it's afraid of. So your main root fear has this driving force of a subconscious database pushing into your conscious mind where it can't hear you, it can't listen, and all we have is fear, anxiety, sadness, anger, and we just don't know where it comes from, but it comes from this tension between a lack of understanding and a massive overhaul of evidence and storage and just proof that this is worth being afraid of. And it really all comes down to this one concept. Everybody has a greatest fear. This is what I personally like to call the worst case scenario. Say you are at your job or you're running your business and things just frustrate you. They get you triggered. You are mad. You need to ask yourself, why? Why am I mad? Well, Johnny was dicking around at the office. I don't know. Why does Johnny dicking around make you mad? Well, if Johnny dicks around, then other employees that work for me, they won't want to work as hard anymore because he set an example. Well, why does that make you mad if your employees aren't working for you? Do you see what I'm doing here? Why does that make you mad? Well, if my employees aren't working, then the job won't get done. Why does that make you mad though? If the business doesn't run properly, then we won't meet our profit quota. We won't make enough money in order to run. But why does that make you mad if your business can't run? If my business can't run, then I don't make money. If I don't make money, then I can't pay my bills. And then I will lose my house and I will lose my car and I will
End up on the streets, and then I will just be homeless and a bum, and I will lose everything, and I will declare bankruptcy.
Do you see how one little I'm mad can go all the way down to I am terrified of losing my house and ending up on the street? This is what I like to call the worst case scenario. And the exercise that I just gave you an example of is actually called 10 whys. So just keep asking yourself why until you get to one of the root fears. And when you get to that root fear, you can now make a connection, okay? Of all the times that you're sad or angry and be like, I am sad because I have a fear of poverty. I am anxious because I have a fear of poverty. And the powerful thing is when you are in the position of understanding your worst case scenario, you can be well planned out. And there's so much power in that, because indecision and doubt are catalysts for fear. But if you make a decision about your worst case scenario, you can overcome your worst case scenario. And you can be liberated and create freedom for yourself from your deepest fear, because it doesn't hit you the same anymore. It doesn't go that deep anymore. You won't get pissed off at Johnny for dicking around on Facebook anymore. But remember one core thing here. In order to reach that point, you need to be able to be fully honest with yourself. Meditate or organize your thoughts in a Word document, or just type your fears and type out everything you feel until you're done. Because have you ever been in a situation where you just talked to someone and it was just the talking aspect that really helped you? Well, that definitely works when it's just you and yourself. I have to thank you for watching this video. I know it was a pretty long one, but I feel like we really went over some important stuff, and I'm so happy to have finally made it. Please hit that subscribe button if you got even a droplet of value out of this video. My name is Vic, and thank you for watching again.